Welcome fans to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. Mark Kellogg and Steve Kerr are by my side. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. Just off a road trip, the Pacers are back at home. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic. That loss
Shoot it,
even in the season series at 1-1. This game will be hard fought on both sides, no doubt.
Yeah, they really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game, guys. In terms of their offense,
my gosh,
nothing seemed to go right.
And once they started spiraling downward,
George
there was
Hill's
no
good.
getting out of it, Steve. Their scoring just went dry.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for Orlando. At the 2 and 3, it's Oladipo and Tobias Harris. The big men inside. And it's ball at the point. Shot clock is 3. Here's Hill. Count that one.
They always like to get that first lead of the game.
Yeah, you know, Steve, a good way to set the tone early on there.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Kicks it to Oladipo.
Need some shooters, man. We need some shooters. What a pass.
The feed to Gordon. To the left side wing. The Magic need to get a shot off Harris. Pacers with the rebound. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Had a very confident performance offensively.
That's a nice pass.
Really, how this team clicks. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid.
Orlando with the ball. Paul George missing from long range.
Nice.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good on the triple. Harris has got himself on the board with 3 there. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Well, last season the fans in Indiana finally came back in bunches to support their hometown Pacers. In the top 10 in attendance, up from 25th in 2013.
Now here is Hill.
Okay,
he had 16 points in the win against the Knicks in New York. And that one's good.
You can't give him that shot. I mean, a few open looks are all it takes, and he could really get rolling.
Well, Doris, an interesting game. Moments ago, you had a chance to talk
Oh
with
my
head coach
gosh,
Frank
these
Vogel.
players can't shoot. What's wrong
He
with
has a
them?
very specific approach laid out.
Shoot
he
the
told
ball.
me that they're going to concentrate on working the ball into the paint as much as possible today and taking advantage of what he believes is a significant edge for them on the interior. Guys?
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Well, Clark, you look at the low attendance numbers for the Pacers in years past, from 2007 to 2012. They averaged the second worst in the league. I think that surprised a lot of people.
It really did. It surprised me and the rest of the organization as well. Yet that corresponds with the seasons that the Pacers actually dipped below 500, and there wasn't a lot of promise on the horizon. With the Pacers winning now, from what I hear, the TV ratings are also over double. Actually, I know the TV ratings for that team have doubled up since 2012, so things are headed in the right direction now.
Paul George in the first year of a 5-year max level contract extension. Boy, those are big words and mean a lot. We talked about earlier his name on the marquee and how it's big and bright. And, you know, his play last season left no question in a lot of people's minds that he's worth $1
Yeah, there are only about a dozen or so guys that are worthy of max contracts, in my opinion. He's clearly one because he's gotten better every season. He hungers to be great, and he's a tremendous two-way player. Potentially a guy who could be Defensive Player of the Year at some point in his career.
That's good.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Orlando's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game.
The boss. Oh my gosh,
Feeds it to
Oladipo, trash.
Again, Oladipo missing.
Then you look at Paul George. Other than LeBron James, he might be the top two-way perimeter player in the league.
That's good for Miles on the assist by Hill. Miles has got his first bucket in this one.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With a nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down. And Paul George is a phenomenal athlete, folks. I mean, he does stuff that should look hard and makes it look easy. Never takes a play off defensively and still has the energy to carry the offensive load that he does.
Fine.
that attribute's so underrated. There are very few players that are able to do it the way PG does. And it really is one of the marks of greatness, and he's headed in that direction.
So it's the Pacers now. Magic knocking down the tray. Hill kicks to George. Here is Miles, guarded by Oladipo. And George. Six changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
Oh, come on.
Well, both teams still kind of feeling each other out here, and neither team has been able to find an edge in this game.
And so here's Orlando.
Oh my God.
Following the score by Indiana. The wide
is
open
that?
look here for Vucevic. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Pacers have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. George passes to Miles.
No way. Oh, God.
In low to Hill. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success
Awesome.
pounding the ball
Oh, my
inside,
God.
you've got to continue to go to the well.
Now, here's Oladipo. Boy, he was something else against Boston. Shot clock at 6. Here's Harris. Here's Vucevic, and he banks in the layup.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Hill kicks
Oh,
to Hibbert.
nice.
To the paint. It's stolen by Oladipo.
Oh, I know.
Baller passes to Vucevic. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. And that sends Nikola Vucevic to the free throw line. Roy Hibbert picks one up.
Nikola Vucevic possessing prototype size for the center position. 7 feet tall, has about a 9.5-foot standing reach. Even without great leaping ability, he can play over the top of a lot of opponents.
Now here is Hill, averaging 14 points a game. He dishes it to Hibbert. The baseline J, and it comes off the front of the rim. Orlando leading. Over to the left wing. Vucevic is straight on Hill. Just 5 on the clock.
Nice. An assist. That's nice.
And the layup's good off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Magic lead.
So nice to have a guy like that who can take charge at any time.
Yeah, so many of his passes, Steve, have led directly to baskets.
Now here is Hill. George sets a screen for Hill. Outside Scola.
Oh, why is he open?
Outside Hill.
Oh,
Back to
goaltend.
Scola. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
The Pacers making a change here. West is checked in. Harkless is checked in for
Terrible
Orlando.
pass. Terrible pass.
The kick out to Oladipo. Now the pass to Ball. There's the pick. To the wing on the left. Harris passes to Ball. Lets it go with a 3. Oladipo
Good play.
misses. Pacers have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Hill drives in. West. The shot is off. And Orlando will come the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And you could see it in that game, despite the odds against them. Once it got to OT, they had the
What was
belief
that?
they could
What
get it done.
was that?
And Steve, that's what happens a
Oh
lot
my
of time
God.
when the supposed underdog gets the game into overtime. Momentum swings their way.
Hill, no good.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Harkless the pass to Ball.
Easy.
He kicks it to Harkless. Lets the 3 fly.
You're open.
It's rebounded by Roy Hibbert. Hibbert's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Hill dishes to Hibbert. Indiana moving the ball around. And Miles kicks to George. Puts it up from 12. Here's Hibbert. No good. That would have tied it. Orlando's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range.
No pass. What a pass.
Down low. Here's Oladipo. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Oladipo's got 7 points in the game. Pacers trail by 4.
Oh.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Hill passes to West. Rebounded by Vucevic. The Magic have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Here's Oladipo. Another miss by Oladipo.
You know, that's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often.
And that one's good. George.
How about the first quarter for him at the offensive end? He's really had the touch going.
Ball. He's guarded by Hill. Here's Harkless. Hits the jumper in space. Harkless has got his first bucket of the night.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here.
Orlando leading by 14. Scola plays the 4 with Hibbert at the 5. Rodney Stuckey out there with Hill. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Come on, Gordon.
Baller passes to Gordon. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The Pacers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Hill dishes to Hibbert. It's back to Hill. 6 on the shot clock. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Back to George. And the lead is down inside single digits. George has got 10.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Passes it to Ball.
Oh, boss. What?
To the paint. Here's Harkless. Here's Gordon. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. They can earn it at the line.
He doesn't get the second one. Pacers trail by 10. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. Roy Hibbert has now mastered what he calls, quote, the straight up. He once saw Dwight Howard in the finals jump and absorb contact without fouling. And Hibbert thought to himself, I've got to learn how to do that. In drills, his coach, Frank Vogel, made him defend 2 players at once without fouling. At first, he wanted to give up, but guys, that is how he perfected it.
Nice
He sure
pass.
has. Coach
He still
Vogel
did.
making sure the refs
How did
honor
you
it,
know?
Doris. Thanks.
And a quick review here, looking at some numbers for Rodney Stuckey. He's averaging 10 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Those aren't bad numbers, but they're not the kind that are going to earn a lot of extra minutes for him either.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if he wants to play a
Wow, he
bigger
missed-
role, a larger role on the team, those numbers are going to have to be better than just decent.
How about the job they're doing drawing contact and giving themselves opportunities for free points at the line?
My kind of basketball, Steve. No frills, straight ahead, physical play.
Scola sets a screen for George. Again, Indiana.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Orlando leading by 6. There's the pick.
What is that?
Pass to Fournier.
It's a terrible shot.
Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Scola, a screen on Ridno. 6 to shoot. Here's George. misses in close.
Well, for Paul George, his leap
Terrible,
last season,
terrible,
not just
terrible
about accentuating
pass.
his strengths, but also
What
cutting
was that,
back on
dude?
the negative plays, in particular, lowering his fouls and turnovers while he was on the floor.
Hill kicks to George. From past the arc. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. 15 points here for George.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
And while we can, let's check on the leading distributors of the point guard position in the second half of the season. You take a look at Baller, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
You know, for the purists out there, he has really been fun to watch with the ball in his hands. He can make any pass on the court, and he creates so many easy baskets for his teammates.
Yeah, you know, I'd love to know, Steve, how many of their baskets
Nice.
have
Why-
come as a direct result of one of his
There's so
passes.
many
I know it's
shots
a bunch.
from my pass.
Their offense isn't near what it is without him at the wheel.
And for Paul George, looking to cut down on his turnovers, some of that was not forcing the pass when it wasn't there.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that he really has to
Ooh.
tighten up on. He has this terrible habit of throwing this one-handed bowling bounce pass that never found its target. So, PG, if you're listening, get rid of that bounce pass for me, partner.
He's not only listening, he's playing. He's playing the game right now.
He's the real deal, though.
Nice.
He's one of the more enjoyable guys to watch and to hang out with. They've been outstanding from three-point range in this quarter.
Pacers trail by 9. Hill up top. He has 7. Stuckey outside.
Oh, wow. Scholars do a jump.
A terrific shot on the turnaround. Scola's got 6.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Baller. He's guarded by Hill. Stolen by George. And here we go.
What was
Here's
that for?
Stuckey. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Now just a 5-point Orlando lead.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And those are the kind of plays that will turn that deficit into a lead quickly. So, solid defense on the ball, that's the key.
Here's Harkless. No luck. Excellent D there for Scola.
They've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
Hill dishes to George. Inside to Hibbert. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Baller. He's guarded by Hill. Ridnour passes to Gordon. Dishes it to Ridnour. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession.
Super defensive play. I mean, if that pass gets through, it's probably 2 points.
And he knew that. He knew if it gets through, it's a score, so that's why he sold out for it and got a hand on it.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic comes in for Evan Fournier, and it's Victor Oladipo in for Luke Ridnour.
Nice.
Baller passes to Vucevic, and the shot is good. Vucevic has got 9 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Hibbert with a screen for Hill, and George kicks to Hill. Indiana moving the ball around.
Will be quite
Here's
nice.
Scola. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. He's got 8. Magic leading by 3. Baller. He's guarded by Hill. Out left to the wing. Here's Harkless. A three-pointer off the mark.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Outside Hill. Now the dish to George. He feeds it to Hibbert. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And it's now only a 1-point Magic lead. Orlando's gone 4-7 on 3-point shots in the second quarter. Gordon with a screen on Hill.
One.
Baller passes to Gordon. He got right to the cup using that screen. Gordon's got 5.
Boy,
Get
nice
some
work
points.
inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Some changes for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Hibbert. West comes in for Luis Stola. And it's C.J. Miles in for Rodney Stuckey. The Magic also changing it up. Tobias Harris is checked in for Gordon. And Ben Gordon is subbed in for Harkless. George against Gordon. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the line. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Paul George.
It seems like so many teams try to ignore that mid-range jumper, but they're using it well, and it's opening up their offense for them.
Has definitely given the defender something extra to have to worry about.
Oh, what?
Let's
Seriously?
go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, over that break, I listened in on what head coach for the Magic was getting across in the huddle. He told his guys, when we've got the ball, let's take it right into the teeth of the defense. Attacking the basket is going to be their MO. Also, he said that he'd like them to operate quickly on offense, finding and taking shots early in the shot clock. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And the basket good. Harris has got 8 points. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck, how about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
Here's George. Good. George has got 21 in the game.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. I mean, just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
Vucevic is screen on Hill. Here's Baller. It's blocked, and it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. One's checked in for the Pacers. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Men on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
And what was most impressive was that his decision-making and shot-taking was very disciplined and efficient. Really an excellent half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense has given him. And he's not trying to do too much. I love the flow and rhythm he's playing with here.
On the court for Orlando. At the 2 and 3, it's Oladipo and Tobias Harris.
Nice.
Gordon and Vucevic, the big men inside. And it's Baller in at the 1. Pacers trail by 6. They set the pick. Hill kicks to Miles. Pass to Hibbert. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Gordon's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Another strong rebound like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah,
Not
1 or 2
even a
more of
Euro
those in
step.
this lead will be double digits. He had almost a free run to the hoop that time, Kevin. I mean, that was too easy.
Hill dishes to Miles. It's back to Hill. Outside, George. Pass to Hibbert. A reverse. And it's good on the line. Hibbert's got 8 points.
What a finish with that hoop.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half.
Roy Hibbert, the big dog, number 55 for the Pacers, is 7'2", and is a little too big for king-size beds. Every time the Pacers go on the road, he has to take along a special inflatable mattress that he likes to sleep on. One of the downsides to living large.
Pocket 2, and Hibbert with the block. George against Oladipo. George passes to Hill. Back to George. Outside Hill. A 3-ball.
Oh, no.
And the Pacers another 3.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defense. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Gordon with a screen on Hill. Here's Baller, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle, a lot of contact there. The Magic shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And the first one at the line is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
He did the important part at the line there. The heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a 2-possession game.
And that one's good.
Just run.
Miles has got his 2nd bucket tonight.
look at George Hill, some of the numbers for him. Some good work from him over the last 2 games. He's averaging 15 points a game, 8 assists and 5 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, I think, guys, when you look overall at his contributions.
Yeah, and he's always looking to raise his game, and that's what you see in his consistency. One of the important characteristics that he brings to the table.
Pacers trail by 4. Kicks it to Hibbert. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Clock at 6. It's George on the wing. From the corner. The shot is off. And Orlando the other way now.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often. A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
And it's Hill penetrating. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Hibbert.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Baller. He's guarded by Hill. There's the pass to Baller. Vucevic a screen on Hill. It's Oladipo on the wing. Harris outside. Offline with his 3. The Pacers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. And George kicks to Hill. Here is Miles, guarded by Harris. The feed to Hill.
Where are you going, George? No. It's defense.
Scola inside. Defended by Gordon. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket for Scola. Orlando's gotten the 3-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Here's Baller, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
Clearly, he's shaken off that cold shooting performance of the first half.
Pacers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Hill with it. He's got 10. Scola sets a screen for Hill. An easy layup as we're coming off the pick. Hill's got 5 points in the quarter.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. It's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Out to Harris, expanding his range. Harris missing again. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 7 in the field. Hill drives in. The score now all even. Miles has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Sharp pass to give his teammate the high percentage shot in close.
Gordon with a screen on Hill. Feeds it to Harris. A wide open look here for Oladipo. And it's off from 3-point range. The Pacers have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the 3rd. Passes to George. And blocked. Baller. He's guarded by Hill. Dishes to Oladipo. Gordon with a screen on Hill. Out to Harris. Lets it fly. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Harris has got 12. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Hill. Then for the Magic, Harkless is checked in for Gordon. And Luke Ridnour subbed in for Victor Oladipo. And George kicks to Scola. Knocks it loose.
Oh, got him.
Baller, defended by George.
Oh,
Baller passes to Vucevic. Shoots from 12. It's rebounded by Indiana. Scola's got rebound number 9.
Vucevic can't shoot. What happened?
Vucevic against Hibbert. He dishes it to Miles. Hibbert with the screen. Shot clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Stuck.
No way.
Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep. Yeah, you got that right, Kevin. He's such a reliable finisher.
Hibbert kicks to Miles. Hibbert with a screen on Ridnour. Inside, here's George. And he banks in the layup. George has got 23.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, the Pacers head coach Frank Vogel has helped turn this team into a powerhouse. He's had a reputation for positivity, lifting his players up and boosting their confidence. As Paul George put it, Coach has no shame in calling you out. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get embarrassed. No one wants that, Kevin.
He'll call you out, Doris, that's for sure. Thanks.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Stuckey dishes to Hibbert. Outside, George. He kicks to Miles. That's short off the rim.
Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
Baller, started by Stuckey. Ridnour passes to Harris. No good with the triple.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
That's the way to shoot the rock.
He's checked in for Hibbert. West comes in for Luis Scola.
Let's see what you got, son.
Oh, I got plenty.
Here's Stuckey. The shot no good. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's farm assist of the game.
Well, tremendous point guard play, but that's nothing new coming from him. This is what you expect. A gorgeous feed there.
The backcourt, Hill and Miles. West out there with Chris Copeland. And it's Mahimi in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Pacers' 5. And the basket by Gordon. Here is Miles. Outside Hill. The dish now to Mahimi. Clock at 6. Here's Copeland. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his 9th assist in the game now.
So hard to try to play defense with the height mismatch out there that's on the perimeter, and they gave up the three-pointer.
On the wing, Gordon. Gordon with another miss.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
And Copeland kicks to Miles. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
C.J. Miles originally was drafted right out of high school by the Utah Jazz. And even though he's in his 10th season in the NBA, he's still only 28 years old.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Mahimi. Scola comes in for David West. And it's George in for Chris Copeland. And to change for the Magic. Oladipo, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. Right wing. Vucevic dishes to Oladipo. Crew on the 14-footer. And the Magic lead by 3. And C.J. Miles really, Steve, embracing his three-point shot more in the last couple of seasons, which in turn has helped his shooting efficiency.
Yeah, solid defender. You know, he can make those threes at close to 40%. Well, there'll always be a place for him in the NBA because he's a two-way guy. He can defend wings and knock perimeter shots. That's a valuable asset in the NBA.
Vucevic is screen on Hill. Baller passes to Vucevic.
Vucevic is really a very capable mid-range jump shooter, but his post repertoire is still a work in progress, very much so. With his size and touch, you'd really like to see him develop that back-to-the-basket game. Looking at the numbers for Vucevic,
8 rebounds, and he's knocked down 5 shots at the charity stripe. Good numbers for him.
Yeah, good numbers, and that's been important for his team. They needed some points. He's provided some easy ones at the foul line, so he's making an impact here.
And that one's good. And that's now 25 points here for George. You guys were talking about Vucevic developing inside Steve. There's also some work to do defensively.
Yeah, still a bit foul prone. He's got to follow the Roy Hibbert school of defense, remaining vertical, walling off the rim, and avoiding those fouls.
Gordon with a screen on Hill. Kicks it out to Gordon. Fires the 3. And Scola pulls it down. Scola's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. George with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. And George kicks to Hill. Snatched away. Baller passes to Gordon.
Just get assist.
It's rebounded by Indiana.
all the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
A 3 from George. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Picked by Vucevic. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Gordon the pass to Ball. Clock at 6. And Oladipo has it in the corner. The Magic again can't hit. Indiana trailing here. Hill kicks to George. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. And Orlando has change here. Harris has checked in. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Gordon with a screen on Hill. Baller passes to Vucevic. Unloads from 9. And a fast break now for the Pacers. And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Baller, he's guarded by Hill. Left side, Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. The kick out to Oladipo. Off the mark, and the drop continues.
Very little success for him behind the arc today. Just 1 3-pointer in the first half and still none in the second.
Hill dishes to Scola. It's back to Hill. No good on the 3.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the 3 as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
Well, then they picked the right guy to put on it.
Vucevic, a screen on George. Baller passes to Gordon. Good on the baseline, Jay. And it's the Pacers' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Scola with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. And Miles kicks to Scola. Again, Indiana.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
Baller, he's guarded by Hill. Picked by Vucevic. In the corner, it's Harris. The shot is off. George with the defensive effort. Indiana leading by 4. There's the 3. That is good. George has got 12 points here in the second half.
Man, they are spreading the floor and letting it fly, really knocking it down from outside.
And I love that gunslinger's mentality, Steve. Playing to win as opposed to playing it safe. I call it prevent offense when you try to protect the lead. Let it fly,
So bad.
let it slide, let it slide.
Hill dishes to Scola. Hibbert with a screen for Scola. And here's George for three. And Indiana, another
Gosh,
three.
George.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
They better not make it 3 straight because now all of a
6
sudden
points.
you're
Look at
looking at a
that.
hot streak.
Destroyed.
Vucevic is screen on Hill.
I can't even
To
get
the right
one
wing.
assist. That's all I need is 1 assist.
Picked by Vucevic. Left side, Gordon. To end the run. And that one goes long.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Hill with it. Out guarded by Baller. Scola passes to George. He feeds it to Hibbert. The shot's good on the assist by George. 14 points for Roy Hibbert.
The defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
Picked by Vucevic. Pass to Oladipo from the arc. And
Sure.
he gets it to go. Oladipo's got it back down to single digits for the Magic.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Hill kicks to Hibbert. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Can't say I'm surprised that one didn't fall. He can barely dunk it in the pregame layup line.
And Scola with the block. Here's George. And Oladipo pulls it down.
Oh,
Oladipo's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
easy.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws.
Should've got the hand.
Contact right there.
What a night so far for Baller. He has 11 points, and his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
Well, he's got this team in such a good groove right now. The way he's moving the ball and passing, getting everybody involved, they're in a great flow.
And then Miles with the dunk. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Baller, he's guarded by Hill. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
The first free throw is good.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Well, the old days of the dollar-for-dollar luxury tax are gone. The new, more punitive luxury tax are really changing the way the league does business. Teams like the Knicks and the Lakers and the Celtics, high-revenue teams, they're not nearly as willing to go into that tax anymore. So it really has kind of leveled the playing field.
Vucevic is screen on Hill. Baller loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Baller's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
Harris against George. Pass to Hill. Kicks it to Hibbert. The Magic trail by 10. Shot from 12. And Orlando again with the bucket.
I wasn't so sure he could get it turned around after that poor first half, but he's got it rolling here a little bit in the second.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel and his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
All right, Doris. Outside Hill. Right side Hill. 14 feet away. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Lots of room. No good from Baller. Pacers leading by 8.
I'm opening them.
George dishes to Scola. And Roy Hibbert the bucket on the assist from Miles. 16 points for Roy Hibbert.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until they prove they can stop them, I mean, they ought to continue to pound it in low.
The shot's good from Baller.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Hill kicks to Miles. And George. Here we go. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
Here's Baller. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Buddy.
Baller's got 21 in the game. Indiana leading. Outside Hill. Now the pass to George. The kick out to Hill. Baller. He's guarded by Hill. Got that one up.
Green.
23 points for Baller.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
Hill kicks to Scola. From deep, George can't hit. And Orlando the other way now.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
How about the field goal percentage shooting this half, guys? It's gone through the roof.
Hill kicks to George. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. George has got 40 points.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and
Harry.
sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
They double him with George. Paul George with the steal.
Double team. Oh,
A finish.
you go.
How about that basketball,
Wasn't that
man?
beautiful?
Wow. Well, that just adds to what's probably an already insurmountable lead. I think they'll be walking out of here with a pretty easy victory.
Steve, I think that's a given.
Here's Baller. Hangs in midair and
Oh.
converts on the double clutch layup.
What an amazing trick shot to confound the defender. Oh, man, that's awesome. He's taking him to school right there.
They can more or less wrap it up right here.
Yeah, as long as they concentrate, get a good look at the basket,
And
make
it's
this
all
a
George.
smart possession, they should be in good
Of
shape.
all people to put on the free throw. Him.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game.
Yeah.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pick by Vucevic. Here's Baller. Pacers with the rebound.
Pretty good
Oh, wow.
defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Outside Hill.
Yeah.
It's Indiana picking up the win. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Guys, here with Paul George.
Here's their Paul George player of the game. Yeah. 44 points. I had 27 the most. 15 assists as well. Paul George, though, even George Hill, look at that, 14 assists. Oh wow, okay.
Okay, I've been thinking.
That's never a good thing.
Huh, funny guy. That's why I like you so much. Always keeping it light. Doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Anyway, you're really starting to make a name for yourself. So with more eyeballs on you, I think it's time for you to start doing a little more to really stand out.
All right.
You know, get the word-of-mouth machine churning.
So what are you thinking?
You need to start doing pregame rituals. You know, LeBron's got the chalk toss, KG headbutts the stanchion. You know, something to get the people buzzing about you. Keep your name trending.
Yeah, I like the idea of creating something that people can associate with me. That's cool.
Oh, good. Well, I'll let you think about it, pick one out, and I look forward to seeing it debut before the next game.
Okay. Where should I go? Full grab is 0 points. Left hanging. Oh, something that's cheap. So